Hello and welcome to Gingerman. Now I know what you're thinking, it's not the middle of the night, it's actually 7 o'clock in the morning and I don't have a car with me because I'm in Inverkeithing, the town next to where I live. I'm on foot and I've come here first thing to catch the sunrise, which I believe is about 27 minutes past 8. Anyway, enough of this, let's get into it. Inverkeithing, show me what you got. Peace.
Test my microphone. I'm firing up the podcast. Sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a can is here to make your day. Gingerman with a can would like to hear you say.
I actually done some axe throwing in some early episodes, which has now opened up my darts career. I now play for the Old Classic at darts, and I'm enjoying it. I love the arrows. Anyway, thanks to Brainiacs for unleashing my throwing ability. Right, I've come off the main high street. My plan is to take a meandering walk through the houses up to the highest point in Inverkeithing in Hillfield, fly the drone right over the place as the sun rises. Hopefully it's a nice sunrise. Anyway, this is actually a nostalgia trip for me because I used to live in Hillfield at one point in my life and I used to walk down this road in these dark mornings to come to primary school, Inverkeithing Primary School, which just got burnt down in like 2021 I think. It's actually quite a haunting sight. If you can see it, and you can just see the silhouette of a burnt out building. I've got like dreamlike memories of coming here as a kid. If you've ever lived somewhere as a kid and then moved away and then come back and walked through the streets you used to play in as a kid, I don't know, something about it feels frozen in time, especially around here. There it is, a little creeping of sunshine coming through. The thing about filming or coming out first thing and just watching the world whiz by in front of you, I just find it, I don't know, I find something really calming about it, peaceful almost. Tell you what, I've done some steps already this morning. It's not even 9 o'clock. It was pitch dark when I left my house this morning, sit on the way. I was only lit up by car lights mostly. But here I am, episode 299. That's it. 300 is the next episode. That'll be out on Sunday. And you'll get to see me and Mountaineer and Stephen taking on Ben Nevis. We filmed that last month, or the month before maybe, when the weather was still decent. Look at this higgledy-piggledy bench. There's a wee deer. Alright buddy, there's another one. Be free. See, that's another advantage to the morning, you get to see the deer. This is a higgledy-piggledy bench, but look, it's got leather padded seats. Yeah, listen, this is absolutely lovely. Look at this. Tell you what, I might have said right that this was a higgledy-piggledy bench, but I didn't mean it. This is top 5 benches in Scotland. I've got a leather padded seat for my fanny. Bye bench, it was a pleasure. So whilst I was flying the drone there, I met the local dog walking group, friendly bunch, but they told me that's Rab's bench. Rab's a local guy, builds stuff. Rab the gas man, so shout out to Rab the gas man for building a beautiful bench, because I've been here for about, I don't know, 45 minutes, flew the drone, chilled out, you know, contemplated life, spoke to the deer. Well, I didn't speak to the deer, but you know what I mean. Anyway, on with my morning. It's light enough now to see things. When I was on the drone in the sky there, I was thinking Inverkeithing is bigger than I thought, so the population must match, but it doesn't in my head anyway. It's only 4,800, so I was a wee bit surprised, thought it would be bigger. Maybe it's spread out quite a lot. There's some places I go and I'm like, ah, massive population, can't believe it. Anyway, that's just that wee thought aside. Inverkeithing has loads of history, and I'll get into that as I walk through the high street again. Inverkeithing. Look at the views over the Forth from up here. Really stunning. For me, this is the main selling point of Inverkeithing. It's just the location. So apparently what they're doing in the high street is they're stripping back the buildings to their original facings, kind of giving it an authentic old town feeling. And here's one of the finished jobs, Roshan's barber shop. I'm coming into this bit here because this is where the museum is, and I think this is where you find out a lot of the history. I know things off the top of my head, but I've been a lot of places recently, so I can't quite remember everything. So I'm going to have a wee wander around here. And I know there's a community garden here. There's loads going on. This is like, it's not a hidden gem, but it kind of low-key is a hidden gem of Inverkeithing in here. This is where they used to toss the bad boys. Get in there for 3 weeks. I think they outlawed that punishment in the 70s. So the bump is, that's a community garden, but it looks like it's shut. And there's the ballast bank, which I'm going to head down next. Let's walk through the high street. Looking for Inverkeithing commands the hill above the narrowest crossing point on the River Forth. A natural sheltered bay led to settlement, trade and industry, linked to the sea. King David I of Scotland granted royal borough status to the town, making it one of Scotland's most ancient boroughs. There you go. That is the curveball of Inverkeithing. It's ancient. And look at this picture of Inverkeithing High Street 1870. Look at this. Just imagine. And there's still remnants of it feeling like this. However, completely alien for anyone in 1870 coming today to look at Inverkeithing. There we go. 1,000 years ago, sheep, cattle and animal products were traded here. In the 19th century, quarrying stone for the mighty Forth Bridge dominated the town, and in the 20th century, paper making, coal transportation and shipbuilding. The heavy industries of the 21st century are ship breaking and metal recycling. The Battle of Inverkeithing took place to the west of the town on July 20th, 1651. Cromwell's troops defeated the Royalists led by Sir Hector Maclean of Duart and Sir John Brown of Fordall. So as you can see, absolutely historic to the bone, Inverkeithing. And it's gone through all the changes. This cannon was found in 1964. What? Imagine finding a cannon. The carriage was built by Scottish Woods of Oakley with local oak from Inverkeithing Woods. There you go. So if you live in Inverkeithing and you're doing some landscaping work and you find something historical in your back garden, you should probably let us know. Let the council know. Let someone know. And if you find a cannon, well, your quid's in probably. So as you can see, the high street completely different today. Well, they didn't have bookies and curry houses in 1870, but they did have pubs. That's for certain. The pubs are still here. And then everywhere you look in Inverkeithing, look at the date on the building, 1688. And here's the Market Cross with a unicorn on top. The unicorn is the original unicorn from 1688. It's doing in good nick, like. And then they've done work on the old townhouse and there's a van in front of it, sadly. Good timing. There it's there. Again, they've started to work on the front of the building, investing in the streets of Inverkeithing. Again, the details everywhere. The townhouse. I don't know what's inside it. Is it empty inside? Is it going to be a museum? That's interesting. If you're from here and you're involved in rejuvenating Inverkeithing High Street, let me know. So if you notice here, there's an old train line here that used to exist. That's why this bridge is here, and it would take you to the factories that would have been along here, including the paper mill. Look how beautiful and peaceful this is this morning. I think this spot right here, with the scrappy over there, the industrial, you can hear the noise in the distance, but then all of a sudden you've got the calmness of the water. It's quite a contradiction. So aye, Inverkeithing, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but there's these moments of just absolute beauty. Got a nice skate park, flying fox, decent park this. And also I can smell bacon, sausage coming from that building, and it smells good. I'm hungry now. I've been out walking, it's after 9 o'clock for about 2.5 hours I think, or am I just making it up? I don't know. Do you ever find yourself asking the question, what is Stone Marine Services? Well, I don't know. So we can officially say the sun has risen, and because of that I want to thank my Patron legends. You guys are the heroes, and in my heart every episode you keep me warm when it's cold, you light up the sky when it's dark. You are my Patron legends. Thank you guys, thank you so much. Aye, and also do a wee shout out to my video sponsor burgh. Here's a wee shout out to you, wee video. Get involved if you're in the area, check him out. If you need your car fixed, he will fix it. Peace. What is this? Has this just been abandoned here, this attempt at a trike? I wonder if it's the guy who built the bench up at Hillfield. I wonder if this is his invention. Anyway, that's taking me away from my point, is that the view to the rail bridge, the Forth rail bridge, one of the most iconic bridges in the world, is on the doorstep for everyone in Inverkeithing to enjoy. So I'm tripping up there. There's a wee beach there, a wee hidden beach. If you fancy it, there's a beach over there. Although technically I would say that's North Queensferry over there. So here we are, Inverkeithing Quarry. I've come here in a very early episode of Gingerman. You have to dig deep and troll back through the archives to find me coming here to Inverkeithing Quarry. But this is quite a controversial spot because people have died here jumping off the cliff into the water. Now you wouldn't find me doing that, and hopefully you wouldn't find you doing that either, but it's just like that safety warning is, it's dangerous because this is the quarry that's filled up with rainwater over the years, so anything is built up in there. The water doesn't escape. There's cars in there, there's burnt out cars. I don't know how they got in there. I don't know if folk have driven them off the cliff or just driven them out, but anyway, the point is danger. Here it is, Inverkeithing's oasis. It's just a giant puddle. Now I'll tell you one thing, see walking through here, there is a very haunting feeling. There is a haunting feeling walking through here. I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain a haunted feeling, but it exists in my mind, and it's happening here. But also it's like, I've got a curiosity as well, but it's like, you know, I can imagine, feels like you're almost on another planet here, walking around here, especially when you're on your own. And you're almost like, it feels like you're caved in almost. It's kind of like, creates a feeling of isolation. Look at all the stuff that's been dumped in here. If you don't need any more convincing that you don't want to jump in this water. Look at this. I don't know what this is. Does anyone know what this thing is? But it's been dumped here. Look at this. Even Adidas flip-flops aren't safe from being dumped here. That was my final drone flight over Inverkeithing, over the quarry. It's a beautiful turquoise. It looks like something you do want to jump in, but I just highly recommend nobody jumps in. Just go walk around it, enjoy it for what it is. Anyway, I'm going to walk back through what was the old Fraser Avenue, and up through that area, round past the train station, back through the high street, and that's me going to conclude my day. And I'll have a wee read of some more Inverkeithing history whilst I'm at it. Okay, so I'm just looking here at Inverkeithing's origins, and there's evidence, some evidence, that during the Roman conquest of Britain, Roman governor Agricola established an encampment in the area between AD 78-87. So, I mean, hey, that's almost 2,000 years ago. The first document of Inverkeithing is 1114, when it is mentioned in the foundation charter of Scone Abbey, granted by King Alexander I. In 1163 it appears as Inverkeithing in Pope Alexander I's summonings of the clergy of the British Isles to the Council of Tours. Inverkeithing was also made one of Fife's first royal boroughs, which brought with it legal and trading privileges. In the 12th century, while the precise date is unknown, its borough status may have been bestowed during the reign of David I, and is mentioned as an existing borough as early as 1161 by Malcolm IV. The settlement was an obvious choice to be created as a borough, as its location at the narrowest crossing point of the Firth of Forth, and is sheltered by and its sheltered bay were both strategically important. So there you go. Just a little look into the early part of the formation of this area and how its location is everything. For anyone who remembers Inverkeithing in the past will know that this was the location of the old Fraser Avenue. There used to be big flats around here. I'll see if I've got some footage of the flats. And there you go, this is it now. And it's all fairly recently, it was demolished. And they've built new houses. I don't even know if it's still called Fraser Avenue or if it's got a new name. I should have checked. But anyway, it no longer stands, but there used to be lots of flats here. They weren't really high-rise flats, but they were sort of crammed in together. And there was a lot of social problems, I guess, in the area, so they thought, be gone with them, let's build a new area. And here it is. So this whole bit here is all new in the last 5 or 6 years. The new shops. So the high school's up that way. I don't know, is this the last school year of it? I don't know when the new high school's opening in Rosyth. I think it's next summer, so I think this is like the last year of Inverkeithing High School. There you go. It's sad if you are attached to the building. For everyone else, it's just, that's it, we move on, things change. I never know how I feel about windows at pavement level. This is probably one of the busiest train stations in Fife because it links over to Edinburgh and then straight up to the north via Dundee, Aberdeen, Inverness, wherever you want to go. You're probably going to come through Inverkeithing on the train. There you go, even the Caledonian Sleeper comes to Inverkeithing. And this is us coming back out on the high street. But as you'll see, even looking at these buildings here, look full of history. I think this is an old church building but no longer used. Makes sense, it's Church Street. I'm pretty sure this was the library in here. But is it someone's house now? Is this someone's house? This was the old library building when I was wee. It looks like it's someone's house now. That's another thing I've not thought about. That building. Until this exact moment here, and the realisation that I think someone lives in it. It's hard to tell. It definitely was a library, I'm sure of it. Oh, there's a big church here. It's a nice church. This is a really cool part of the town centre here. Look at this is the old steps to primary school. It's more like a haunted walk now. Terrifying. It's all for sale. Who's going to buy the school? What are they going to do with it? Wait a minute, are you allowed in? No way are you allowed in. You're allowed in, it seems. I don't think I'm going up there though, that's too horrible. And we're back in the high street. There's another one of the buildings where they're exposing some of the original stonework. I think if they can get the whole high street looking that way, I think it'll look incredible. And just display some more of the history as you walk around. You know, going through the times of Inverkeithing. Don't forget to catch your bairns on the way out. And here I am on the road out of Inverkeithing, heading back to Rosyth. So I'm just going to walk down here, get to the very edge of Inverkeithing and conclude my morning. I've been here for 4 hours, by the way, walking around since sunrise. I feel good for it. I feel fresh. And there you have it, there's the welcome to Inverkeithing sign. That signals the end of my morning in Inverkeithing and 299 episodes, meaning next up it's episode 300. Tune in on Sunday to see me take on Ben Nevis. But today has been all about Inverkeithing, and it's a busy place. You could see it this morning walking around. It's as much as a commuter town now to Edinburgh, because it's very close proximity to Edinburgh. You've got the train station links, so you can sense it walking around. Part of it is that, but then there's the almost the heart of Inverkeithing, the original community that's probably always been here in some sense through generations of families. You sense that walking around. Plus, with the greater history that exists in this area, it creates quite an incredible little town. And I've enjoyed my morning here. I don't live here anymore, but you know, I did. And it does hold a place in my heart. So Inverkeithing, thanks for having me. Peace.
Well, it was a lovely to see you. It's the end of the show. Bring on tomorrow. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Say goodnight to the Gingerman. One last ice cream for the bearded man.